Did you miss the run last week? It started on April 17th, y'all, after settling in the mid .002s before touching .093 on Friday, right before that afternoon dump, just because weak traders don't like to hold shares over the weekend on penny stocks. But it continued today. However, there are three big catalysts in just the coming months that are going to propel this even much higher. And we're going to be looking at the market cap and everything else to actually understand the true value of this company. Welcome to the Every Chip Investing YouTube channel, where I try to bring content to some awesome stocks that might not have the coverage on it, or that I feel are just oversold and they need eyes on them. All right. And here's one today, AITX. But first, I've been trading for a long time before the pandemic, and I want to bring coverage to the markets that are underserved completely with content. So I hope you enjoy this page. As a heads up, I'm not a financial advisor, so you must also do your own DD when it comes to trading. This is for entertainment purposes only. Finally, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe so I can continue pushing out content for investors just like you. All right, team. So, AITX. How about this run lately? Here was April 17 before a weekend dump going into Friday. And just like last week, with that continued run the last couple days before this Friday afternoon dump, but it's still higher. What I see right now are just higher highs, higher lows, and the volume continued today. It was pretty impressive. I've been trading AITX since 2021. This is just one of those great stocks, great company. Steve Reinhardt is the CEO, is just very transparent. He's honest. He posts weekly updates on the AITX.ai page, which I encourage everyone to read. And these are just all things that you guys just need to also look at besides just the videos that we post on here. So, even though we've gone pretty high in the last couple weeks, there are still three big catalysts in the coming months that are going to propel the stock higher and get more eyes on the company. And one of them longs have known since the November AITX Investor Conference. But first, what is AITX? Well, AITX, as you can see from the OTC Markets page, it is a fully reporting SEC company, and they are pink current. Those are both two very impressive things, seeing as how the OTC market can be a little sketch sometimes. But AITX is a real company with real revenues. I would never trade a stock that doesn't bring in any money or that doesn't put out consistent PR so that potential investors could even know what's going on. So that's why AITX is one of those very few OTC stocks that I would even consider. I only even hold 2 OTC stocks in my portfolio. General rule of thumb, you probably shouldn't have more than 10 to 15%, maybe if you're experienced with OTC stocks in your whole portfolio, as it can be a little problematic and sketch and just large swings from the highs to the lows from time to time. So just have a trading strategy and just stick to it. So that's the stock on AITX and their filings. But what about the company itself? What do they even do? So AITX, they provide AI solutions and are redefining the $25 billion security and guarding industry. So if you've heard of Nightscope, AITX has the better solutions and the stock, because Nightscope has negative operating margins on their ASRs, whereas, at least AITX makes money on their solutions. So what are the three catalysts? This year's 10K that's coming out within a month. All right, so AITX's FY ends in February, making their filing due by the end of May. The two things that we want to see that's going to entice investors are going to be big revenue gains year over year and quarter over quarter through the first 3 months of FY24. So they already eclipsed FY23 revenue. Let's go to the OTC page here. That's their filing. So here's their quarterly revenue for the last 3 months: 461, 297, and 293. we see that big jump from 297 to 461 just in their gross profit, but revenue wise, 385, 386, 596. So a very nice jump percentage wise here. That's already ahead of what we were at annually last year with the 1.3 and then the 1.4 in 2022. So AITX is looking pretty solid going into the 10K and the 10Q. So that's catalyst number one. So with that, the second catalyst is going to be the 10Q that comes out relatively quickly after that 10K. And that's likely to show continued rapid expansion in that RMR. Per the press release on March 12, CEO Steve Reinhardt signaled that they were on track to have deployed over $500,000 worth of RMR by the end of April. So 700K is approximately their target for cash flow positive, and that 700K RMR doesn't even include the one-time fees for setup fees or some other revenue streams that are coming in. All right. And finally, those that have been following the stock already know that November of 2024 at the investor conference, Steve put out they're going to be cash flow positive by this summer. So even on the AITX page, which is why I have it pulled it up right here, they have it right here. And if you go through the screen, they even mention that and talk about it. This might be why everyone has been piling into the stock now for the last month, and this is going to continue to trend upwards. All right, guys, this is a stock I have my eyes on. I mostly only do blue chips, but like I said, I like to find rare OTC stocks with real revenues, real companies, real transparent CEOs, and I think that this is the one, and this is one to keep an eye on. So even if you don't follow AITX or the OTC markets, this I would definitely suggest taking a look here. All right, I appreciate it, guys. Take care.